Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Rich Latta here, back with another video. We're going to be talking about Angel Reese and DiJonai Carrington letting the world know that if the WNBA players do not get what they are looking for in the CBA negotiations, they are prepared to sit out. I wanted to watch and show you guys kind of the conversation around it because there has been a lot of misinformation around Angel Reese from different sources like, Centel on Twitter. And what happens is people take Centel stuff and then they make legitimate graphics with them and misuse a lot of, some of that information due to, disposed ideas of already what they think of Angel Reese. It kind of, mutates from there. But I just want to play the exact thing so we don't make any of those kind of mistakes. And I'm going to pull it up here. And we're going to talk about the CBA a little bit here. And we're going to talk about what the argument is and kind of what to expect in the future here. So let's take a look. You can follow me on Twitter at RichLatta32. So let's see what they got.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more. Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to get face the consequences.
Y'all got to deal with something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year.
Yeah.
The ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones the year after, they're going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us.
Oh, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the meetings.
You need to come to the meetings.
I got to get in the meetings because I'm hearing they don't give us, if y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out.
That's a possibility, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I kind of want to focus on right there was how Angel was kind of saying we're going to sit out. I don't think it was saying I, Angel Reese, am prepared to sit out, or we, on DiJonai's behalf, it's like we're going to sit out, is it kind of singularly kind of seems. I think this is more as this is the talk amongst WNBA players that they are already prepared to forego the season. Something like Unrivaled has already been created to supplement at least the top end of the players. So I don't think it is a surprise. I think it was all kind of, pre-calculated for that to not have to fold so quickly in the negotiations. Now, Angel is raising different points about the rookie pay structure. Not the rookies that are incoming, but the ones after that will probably end up making more than players now on their rookie deals. It's going to be very hard to rip up current contracts. They're going to basically eat off of those ones for the next, round or so. But that's why there is, some questioning is all right, is Paige Bueckers, going to immediately jump in the draft? Would she go back to UConn to avoid all of that? I don't know. I think this is a very tough kind of debate here because on its face, right, you would think, you look at the WNBA salaries and then you're like, man, they should make more just from a perspective of seeing the number on paper. Then you start putting it all together and it's like, well, there's a lot of business that needs to be hashed out and done. And a lot of other moves are happening at the same time. Like the league is massively trying to expand in each city. The more I'm looking up, the more teams are reemerging that used to exist. Like the Cleveland Rockers are going to be, back in business. I believe Portland is getting an expansion team. We already saw the Toronto Tempo. So if there's room for all this expansion, there should be room for more money for the players, you would think. We've talked about the growth of the WNBA, which was spearheaded by Caitlin Clark, on the high end. And then, your average baseline was moving up alongside with it. Two different types of growth, but ultimately the players are going to be using both of those kind of growth for their argument in their case that they should receive more. And the problem is a lot of investors, that $75 million that got put into the league between a lot of former NBA players, big business people, And the league basically sold a lot of that equity. And I would imagine those people are looking to make some of that back. And unfortunately, it looks like the players are going to end up last in this negotiation. So under the current CBA, the WNBA players only split 9.3% of the total league revenue, which is much less than what a lot of athletes in other sports earn. Something like WWE, for example, I believe their wrestlers see around 7%, 8%. And this is a entity without collective bargaining. As compared to the NBA, players get between 49 and 51% of the revenue. NFL players get 48% of all revenue, and NHL players get 50% of revenue. I think the argument for the WNBA players is wanting to get somewhere near that 50%, but I just realistically don't see it because I think the owners are going to take their share, and then you got to worry about all those investors getting paid. I think a realistic ask would be probably around like 23 to 25%. But this is a very dangerous game to play because I think in a lot of other sports, the fans tend to root for the players to get what they deserve, ultimately because they're like, yo, you can't take away our game. We want to watch it. I think the WNBA is fighting uphill so much with just your average fan. The average fan is not going to really care about the WNBA, whether, just a basketball fan in general, right? And then with Caitlin Clark, she brings in a lot of people that want to see those games. And the rest of the league then has to kind of get in from there. And I just don't see the WNBA players swinging the public on their side because a lot of the facts and the narratives that come out about the WNBA, they go back to things like this league doesn't make money. It's subsidized by the NBA. A lot of people just don't like the WNBA for pick your reason. So it's going to make them less sympathetic, unfortunately. Angel mentioned needing to get in the meetings. I would think somebody like Angel Reese should be very active in the meetings as one of the more popular players in the league. I don't think this can be left up to, your mid-level players because the person that's going to swing the pendulum, so to say, is going to be Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's going to have to get in there and be the savior kind of and say, hey, this is what, she's going to have to lead the players union. And I know that's another thing that Caitlin Clark is going to have to, another cross that she's going to have to bear, so to say. It's not enough to be the face of the league. It's not enough to have to, play with immense pressure and attention. But I think she's going to have to be the one that spearheads any hope of the WNBA players getting what they feel they deserve. I absolutely expect a lockout to happen, which is why I feel like everyone's going to go for it this year. No one's signing more than 1-year deals, obviously. This is the real season to really prove what the WNBA can be. Last year was such a surprise for so many people. This year, there's no excuse as far as the traveling, as far as the tickets sold, the ratings. Like, they're going to have another year of that data on their side. So my advice would be to say less of these type of things as far as like what the players are preparing to do. Keep trying to kind of move in silence with this thing. But in your meetings, I think the ladies need to stand on business, obviously, because no one's going to come save them but them. The fans aren't going to be outraged for them. Most, people would be fine just waving bye-bye to the WNBA, which would suck for a lot of reasons. But I love to get more information on what it is, the players are really looking for. I think it is an interesting strategy talking about what you deserve. That opens the door for someone to immediately jump up and say, you don't deserve this, and then pull up everything to support their point. It just feels like a no-win battle for the ladies of the WNBA. To double what they get now would be around 18%. To, triple it would be around 27%. What do you think would be, a fair number? Keep in mind, they're at 9% right now. They're not going any lower than that, and they're not coming back for the same number. So if you leave a comment below saying they should get nothing or they should, be right where they're at, I'm going to know you're an unserious person. So let's talk for real. Let's see what we kind of think they can realistically expect, because if you're getting triple what you're doing now, that's around 27. I think that's like the top end of what you can hope for. So anyway, my name is Rich. I think, also be careful again with them Centel posts. If something kind of sounds like outrageous, it might be because, Angel Reese is getting a lot of this stuff kind of tied to her. I think it is funny that Angel had DiJonai Carrington on there. So that is like the link up of the anti-Caitlin Clark squad right there. I find that kind of funny. I was shocked Carrington wasn't on the show even faster. So I'm going to watch the whole episode. They hit a lot of topics that are hitting my social media feed and everything. But my name is Rich Latta. Appreciate you guys watching. What number do you think the players are going to ultimately get to? Anyway, I'll holla at y'all. Peace.